have braces in order to walk. Next slide. And people who had their diaphragm paralyzed, so they had to be in an iron lung. This was before ventilators, and some people lived their whole life in an iron lung. Next slide. So Dr. Salk, Jonas Salk, invented the shot, the polio shot, and Dr. Sabin developed the oral polio vaccine that not only protected the individual, but also immunized people around the vaccinated person. And so worldwide has been very important in getting rid of polio. Next slide. So in the US, 29,000 people paralyzed in 1952, 2,000 deaths. Now we don't see it. Vaccines are good. Next slide. There's still the international issue with polio, the wild polio virus. 2 out of the 3 have been eradicated, but there's still 1 in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and some paralysis associated with strains of the oral polio vaccine in the environment. So we still have a battle ahead of us. We don't want this disease to come back. We don't want any of these diseases to come back. We have to keep on immunizing and not forgetting. Next slide. So that's my motto: disease is bad, vaccines are good. So I'm just going to finish up with a poem on tetanus, and it's caused by the bacteria Clostridium tetani. It lives in the spores in the soil, but if you get it inside of you, then the bacteria starts growing, creates a toxin, a protein, and it causes that extreme stiffness that you saw with that little child. So the poem goes, in the soil and intestine lives a microbe that is sly. It would like to come and kill you. It's Clostridium tetani. I was young once and I loved once a young maiden Hottentot. She was lithe and she was lovely, but she did not want a shot. Then she stepped upon a nail, but she would not see a doc. She explained that vaccinations were a bunch of poppycock. In a week or two, the muscles of her jaw began to stick. Though I did not mind the silence, I suspected she was sick. Then she got completely rigid and her toes could reach her head. When her larynx had a spasm, she was soon completely dead. It was tragic when we buried my Titanic Hottentot. She is lost and gone forever. Oh, I wish she'd had her shot. If you want to keep on living and you don't intend to die, get the shot that will protect you from Clostridium tetani. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. That's perfect. Oh, we appreciate you so much and this wonderful poetry that you share with us. And in fact, we know that our audience probably is someone who would love a copy of your poetry book. So I think Jasmine is going to draw another name.
Yes. So for the person who is going to receive Dr. Lewis's poetry book, we have number 5, Alexandra Davis. So congrats, Alexandra. Please send me a message with your address. You can send that via chat here on Zoom to me, or you can email me at Jasmine, JAZMIN, @tappy.org. Congratulations on winning.
Fabulous. So we're going to move now to the first of our recognitions for the evening. And we'd like to acknowledge the universities in Arizona who've now been working with us for 2 years to participate in what started out as the University Flu Challenge. We invited the universities to compete against each other last year, which would have been 2019, back that year before. to see who could get the highest percentage of their population vaccinated. And we were getting ready to do that again this year when, here we go, we were dealing with the pandemic and the threat of a twindemic. So the university stepped up again, and they, in fact, set up vaccination clinics, and they collectively vaccinated 8,238 students against flu. For that, we appreciate them and want very much to recognize them. But the other aspect of the good work that they did is that they migrated from flu clinics to COVID clinics, and they are now protecting their on-campus populations. So just want to give a round of applause or snaps for the university communities and the health centers that took the lead on this issue. We look forward to working with them again in 2021.
Thanks, Debbie. That was excellent work. And speaking of excellent work, we have some big shot awards to hand out. So let's get started. Debbie, take it away.
Okay, well, I get to tell you about our first hotshot. Her name is Barbara Cinta, and she's from Arizona Family Clinic, St. Luke's Pediatrics. She has gone above and beyond the call of duty. Her work is exceptional, organized, and on top of all that is required to be a successful medical assistant while making sure that everyone in the clinic's following vaccine regulations. Her patients love her dearly, and she has great relationships with them. During one of the clinic inspections, the inspector commented that in his 30 years of inspections, he'd never seen a clinic with almost 100% of the children with all their vaccines up to date. This is due to Barbara's hard work, dedication, and how she communicates with the parents about the importance of vaccines for their children. Congratulations, Barbara.
Another hotshot is Melanie Rogers, LPN of El Rio Pascua. She attended her first HAPPY conference in 2014, where she fell in love with the world of immunizations. This passion for immunizations and public health guided her to where she is today, which is to create a better tomorrow for her pediatric patients. Since then, Melanie has implemented the VFC training program for all staff, focusing on vaccine schedules, reducing missed opportunities, cold storage, and compliance issues. She worked on chart cleanup, recalling patients, and improving inventory audits and documentation. The clinic started using the VFC accountability logs, keeping weekly inventory reports, and holding staff responsible for documentation. While parental education is another huge barrier for patients, Melanie is quick to educate young parents by handing out vaccine schedules and giving each child their vaccine record book. Our sincere congratulations.
And we have yet another Hotshot Award. This time it's Amy Rowland. Amy is a senior medical assistant at Banner Health, and she's the VFC coordinator. She's worked over the last year on decrementing and decreasing their wastage from 5%, as it was previously 60%. She trains her peers on how to check ACES reports. She's engaged in the VFC program. She attends TAPI trainings, and she's been instrumental in pulling records for the practice and assisting in leading them to qualifying for the Daniel T. Cloud Award. That's the kind of leadership we like to see. Congratulations, Amy.
Dr. Maria Cefantis at TMC1 cares for her patients by taking time to address every issue, even making herself available when she isn't in the office. Dr. Cefantis makes sure that every patient is up to date on vaccines and happily answers any questions about keeping people safe and healthy. The community listens to her medical opinion, trusts her judgment, and understands that vaccines are important. Thank you and congratulations.
Next, we're going to recognize Isela Rivas. And these next round of hotshots are related to COVID and some of the incredibly impressive work that's done. So we're recognizing Isela Rivas Reyes in honor of her late son, Sergio Armando Reyes. Isela Rivas Reyes has saved countless lives by promoting COVID-19 vaccinations Isela led a team at Phoenix Union High School District to host 10 pods in 5 locations to administer 15,783 immunizations to school, childcare, funeral, transit, and postal workers. She mentored the other school leaders who were planning pods, many crediting her for paving the way for the events they hosted. She's worked personally with community members, called local businesses to promote vaccines, and never said no to a request for help. Her impact is part of the legacy of Sergio, who now works through his mother to make our community a healthier place to live and grow.
Next on our list is Christy Lundeen, Chief Innovation Officer for Mercy Care. Christy gave tremendous amounts of time and effort to increase COVID vaccination coverage while collaborating with state and county health departments, access plans, pharmacies, and providers. Christy was the catalyst that propelled numerous public-private partnerships that resulted in mobile teams delivering COVID vaccinations to frail and disadvantaged people living in a wide variety of settings and homes. Amazing job, Christy.
Our next honoree is Sheldon Lessard. His most impactful tool during the vaccination distribution has been the vaccine location map that allows the citizens of Maricopa County to quickly and easily find locations near them that are administering vaccines. The public-facing map that Sheldon developed saved citizens time in researching their options for vaccinations. Sheldon's data processing efforts have also supported Maricopa County public health staff in distributing vaccine resources to their vulnerable populations more effectively. Congratulations, Sheldon. That's a marvelous tool that you've built for this community.
Very much so. So now let's congratulate Tina Murray. She's had a powerful impact on the Wickenburg Unified School District, POD. Tina was the first contact for people receiving their vaccination. Her professional and caring attitude, despite inclement weather and long hours, set a positive and reassuring tone. Participants felt confident in their decision to choose Wickenburg's POD for their vaccination. Congratulations, Tina.
Terrific. We're next acknowledging the hard work of Jacqueline Hoffler, lead nurse at Dysart Unified School District. Throughout the altruistic display of volunteerism, leadership, and an unbelievable amount of patience and time, Jacqueline went above and beyond to lead the Dysart community through the hardships brought on by the pandemic. The pinnacle of success occurred when she used her passion for immunizing the public to shepherd a vaccination event, which resulted in protecting 780 people in the fight against COVID-19. That's leadership.
Totally. Now, the medical assistants at North Country Healthcare in Winslow, that would be Tasha, Angela, Willard, and Walker, are dedicated to vaccinating their patients despite it being a tough year of constant change. These amazing medical assistants are always there for their patients with smiles on their faces. Having a care provider familiar with VFC and ACEs helps tremendously on our collective effort to vaccinate our toddlers and teens. Each staff member knows the importance of vaccinating the community and keeping accurate documentation. Fantastic job, and congratulations one and all.
So now we're going to acknowledge Banner University Medical Group, Family Medical Center. Their mission during the pandemic was to keep their pediatric population up to date on all vaccines. This was accomplished by creating a safe environment for patients' scheduled visits. Based on responses from parents during outreach, children were scheduled for their regular visits for immunizations or rescheduled for a nurse visit in the future when it would be safe. Through telehealth, e-visits, and in-person visits, the office was able to immunize pediatric patients in spite of the pandemic.
That's great. So now, Cigna Medical Group, CJ Harris. They developed a plan to circumvent the effects of the pandemic by providing care to patients and reducing vaccine wastage. Due to their successful efforts, they made families feel safe while providing quality care and maintaining consistent, adequate coverage rates. Thank you and congrats.
So we're now going to recognize Jennifer Cifuentes, who took the lead for all the great work at Valleywise Community Health Center, Maryvale. These guys do outstanding work. They maintained flu vaccination compliance among the staff at 100%, as well as having majority of the eligible clinical staff fully vaccinated against COVID-19. They collaborated with Radio Campesina, the local Spanish radio station, and recorded educational videos in Spanish, providing the community with important information on COVID-19. They participated in a curbside event for the community, administering over 300 doses of free flu vaccine in 4 hours. By using their vaccine administration report, their vaccine wastage has helped them achieve a 1.6% wastage for the year 2020. In these ways and more, Valleywise Community Health Center, Maryvale promotes the critical role vaccines play in disease prevention. We are recognizing both Jennifer Cifuentes for her work and the Valleywise team for their incredible work done this year.
That's amazing. Now, congratulations to Joshua Tree Pediatrics. Despite COVID restrictions and requirements, Joshua Tree staff was flexible in prioritizing patients with immunization status, playing a role in triaging appointments. They required staff to print ACES reports for all appointments to reduce missed opportunities. And then staffing was reduced frequently. Unfortunately, staffing was reduced frequently due to illness or deployment, but Joshua Tree continued seeing just as many scheduled appointments, if not more. Great job, everyone at Joshua Tree. Thank you.
So here we go with the organizational hotshot COVID awards. And we've made some distinctions this year because there's been consistent good work and amazing good work, and we just have to make sure everybody gets recognized. So Maricopa County School Pod hosts and partners. They created a regional system where all school and childcare professionals could access COVID vaccine at private events. Partners helped provide 54,123 doses at 59 different places. Key pharmacy partners were Albertson Safeway and Fry's Kroger. They developed creative ways to expand access and ensure everyone completed their vaccine series, and most importantly, never turned away anyone who wanted to be vaccinated against COVID-19. They went above and beyond to implement this effort. You saw that amazing list of partners. It's almost too long to read if we're going to keep in our time frame, but we want you to know this group has done amazing work. It's an incredible delivery system, and thank you to everyone for working together.
That's great. So in 2020, Banner Health implemented a drive-through vaccine playbook for flu vaccine. Through continuous improvement, the drive-through process allowed for rapid cycle improvements for throughput, cycle times, and documentation, while delivering an outstanding customer experience. The playbook was further developed for COVID-19 vaccine deployment in clinic, hub, and pod models. The ability to quickly ramp up and provide COVID vaccinations using these models demonstrated a commitment to public health, patient care, and safety. As of March 31st, Banner sites delivered more than 328,872 vaccines in just 3 months. Congratulations, Banner.
Wow. Amazing to me. So our next award recipient is not a healthcare provider. In early March 2021, the Arizona Food Bank Network began their efforts to ensure that the people who work at food banks and their volunteers that support their critical organizations were included in a priority group of workers for COVID-19 vaccine. Just 2.5 weeks after planning began, the Food Bank Network staff managed the event. 655 people were vaccinated, representing 97 different hunger fighting organizations from food banks located across Maricopa County. While ensuring health and safety of all staff and volunteers is not specifically referenced in the Arizona Food Bank Network mission, they knew that the effort was critical to help the people who staff food banks. The food bank staff, program staff, refer to the effort as a group hug for a food bank family. These are the folks that make sure that the people in our communities who need food get it safely. Thank you, Food Bank Network. We are so happy to see the work that you're doing.
Totally. Yes. Okay. So the Northern Arizona University Campus Health Services achieved a significant increase in the number of HPV vaccines given this year. A 136% increase over last year shows their commitment to keeping their college community healthy and is proof that students, faculty, and staff are listening to their messaging. They provide excellent care and improve their effort to beat the spread of infectious diseases, including COVID. Congratulations, Campus Health Services Lumberjacks.
And now we're going to recognize the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. They began capacity building about 9 years ago with mass vaccination events around flu administration. Partnerships were built with Public Works, Finance, IT, Health and Human Services, the medical clinic, schools, roads, fire, police, and more, using lessons learned from those smaller flu mass vaccination events. The process was ready and ramped up for COVID immunizations. All the partners came together and immunized just over 1,000 people in a weekend and continue this process 7 days a month. Congratulations to the good planning and the good work of Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community.
That's great. So we've already recognized lead nurse Jackie at Dysart Unified School District, but Jackie could not have done it all without her multidisciplinary team that included Alan Van Horn, maintenance administrator, Cynthia Williams and Lori Marino, regional nurses, Doug Curry, director of transportation, Renee Ryan, director of public relations, and Corey Montano, director of exceptional student services. The Dysart pod team and Maricopa County Health Department hosted a COVID vaccine pod for all local educators and daycare workers, not just Dysart staff. Thanks to the Dysart POD team, almost 800 people received their first vaccination. Fantastic work, one and all.
Wow. I just can't say enough about how marvelous these stories are. And they're not stories, they're real life and people who stepped up. Congratulations to every one of you, because you've done what this community so needs, and that's somebody who steps up to protect the community as a whole. So we have a lot of good work that's happened this year. And one of the other bits of recognition that we want to acknowledge tonight is a congratulatory acknowledgement of a young dental student, Sohee Shelley Kim. And there was our HPV working group partnered with NAU and the Arizona Cancer Community, and issued a call for a video to educate about HPV. Shelley's submittal was the winner, and we're just going to show you a little clip of it tonight. This video is available for online or social media.
So that was just a snippet of the full video. And again, we'll post that online. And it was amazing. So I hope all of us are inspired to get out and continue to make a big difference in our communities. But don't think that we've covered everything or everyone making a difference. And wait, we haven't given away a prize in a while. Since we featured so many young people, we thought we would give a giveaway that's something young people like, a tumbler. But don't worry, if you aren't too young, we mature individuals enjoy tumblers too. Jasmine?
So the winner of the tumbler prize is going to be number 100, Mary Miguel. So congratulations on winning the tumbler. And you can put your address in the chat box or direct it to me in the chat box at Zoom, or you can email me at jasmineM@tappy.org so we can send you your prize. Congrats on winning, Mary.
All right, I kind of like that tumbler too. So to introduce our next awards, and they're the ones where we know there's been incredible work done, I'm going to turn the program over to Dr. Andrea Hofeck. Dr. Hofeck is the chair of our TAPI steering committee. She's been involved with TAPI for, oh my goodness, a number of years and taken the lead on many of the educational initiatives that we have produced and created and share with the community regularly. So with that, I'm going to give a round of applause to Dr. Hofeck, and I invite you to join us.
Thanks, Debbie. I appreciate it. Next slide, please. This is a portrait of Dr. Cloud, our very first TAPI chairperson, and it says it all. His quote, "Babies are born every day in Arizona and none arrive immunized," has become the rallying cry to both public and private health partners in Arizona. His commitment to the health of Arizona's children was unwavering, and we still feel it today here at TAPI. The Dr. Daniel T. Cloud Outstanding Practice Award is given to those practices and clinics showing leadership and dedication in the field of immunization by reaching 90% coverage levels of their 2-year-old and teen patients. Next slide. Because of the disruption in office visits from COVID, we're acknowledging 2 categories this year of outstanding practices. The first category, the COVID catch-up cloud, is for offices that have been able to recall toddlers and teens into their offices this spring for any missing doses and get them caught up. You can see a lot of the kinds of things that practices did on the slide in front of you. There's a second category that we call the COVID created clouds, and these are offices that maintain their cloud level coverage for toddlers and teens. And these are also a few things that those offices did to keep the kids up to date, even in a pandemic. As you can see, these offices got pretty creative to step up and meet the challenges thrown their way by COVID. Next slide. First up, we have a few practices that didn't have enough patients to qualify for the Outstanding Practice Award, but we at the TAPI Steering Committee would like to thank them for their hard work that kept 90% of their patients up to date with an honorable mention certificate. Receiving those certificates are Sun Life Family Health Center, Oracle, Sun Life Family Health Center, San Manuel, Valleywise Community Health Center, Guadalupe, Cigna Paradise Valley, Cigna Stapley Multi-Specialty, and North Country Healthcare, Winslow. And now this year's Cloud Award winners. First, we'll celebrate the first-time Cloud Award offices that have reached 90% coverage for patients 24 to 35 months of age who have received 4 DTaP, 3 polio, 1 MMR, 3 Hib, 3 hepatitis B, 1 varicella, and 4 PCV, and that's a mouthful. In the creative category, we have MVP Kids Care, Avondale, Banner Health Center, Queen Creek, and Banner University Medical Group, Choya Pediatrics. And in the first time catch-up category, we'd like to congratulate North Hills Pediatrics and Valleywise Community Health Center, South Central. And now this year's Sustaining Toddler Award winners. First, we have those practices who qualified in the repeat catch-up category. Children's Oasis Pediatrics, Cigna Healthcare Westridge, Desert Shore Pediatrics Chandler, Desert Shores Pediatrics Gilbert, El Rio Health Center El Pueblo, El Rio Southeast, Havasu Rainbow Pediatrics, Joshua Tree Pediatrics, Southwest Pediatrics, Sun Life Center for Children, and Valleywise Community Health Center, Avondale. Next are the repeat toddler winners receiving the Creative Cloud Award. Get ready, there are lots of these great winners. Adelante Healthcare, Central Phoenix, Banner Children's Banner Health Clinic, Banner University Wilmot General Pediatric Clinic, Cigna CJ Harris, Cigna Medical Group Chandler, Cigna South Mountain, El Rio Pascua Clinic, El Rio Southwest Pediatric, La Paz County Health Department, Mesquite Pediatrics, Mountain Park Health Center Baseline, Mountain Park Health Center Gateway, Mountain Park Health Center Goodyear, Mountain Park Health Center Maryvale, Mountain Park Health Center Tempe. I told you there were a lot. Keep going. MVP Kids Care Maryvale, North Hill Pediatrics, Paloma Pediatrics, PCH Santan Village, Pediatric Multicare West LLC, Indian Phoenix Indian Medical Center Pediatric Clinic, Pinal County Public Health Apache Junction, Pinal County Public Health Casa Grande, Pinal County Public Health Santan Valley, Power Peds, Sunset North Yuma, Tuscany Children Clinic, United Community Health Center La Cañada Pediatrics, United Community Health Center Old Vale Middle School, Valleywise Community Health Center Maryvale, and last but not least, Yavapai Pediatrics.
Yay, Yavapai.
Next, we move to the practices and clinics that have surpassed the highest standards in immunization practices for teens. These practices have done the nearly impossible task of managing to capture teenagers long enough to get them their full series. The Dr. Daniel T. Cloud Award goes to offices that reach 90% coverage with one TDAP, one MCV4, and series completion for the HPV doses. First up are the new first-time winners. Arizona Family Clinics, St. Luke's Pediatrics, Lachihi Health Facility, MVP Kids Care Levine, Valleywise Community Health Center South Central, Valleywise Community Health Center Avondale. And now this year's Sustaining Teen Cloud Award practices. Oh, I believe I missed a page. So sorry. Oh no, we're not on that slide yet, sorry. You're going to be shocked and amazed at just how many practices we're able to repeat in this category. Back one slightly, there you go. Getting teens in isn't an easy task, and there is a long list of folks who were able to do it anyway. So we're going to start with Adelante Healthcare Central Phoenix, Banner University Wilmot General Pediatric Clinic, Cigna CJ Harris, Cigna Medical Group Chandler, Cigna Paradise Valley, Cigna South Mountain, El Rio Community Health Congress Pediatrics, El Rio Pascua Clinic, El Rio Southwest Pediatric, Hopi Healthcare Center, Mesquite Pediatrics, Naha Ta Zeal Health Center, North Country Healthcare Winslow, Paloma Pediatrics, Sun Life Family Health Center San Manuel, Sunset North Yuma, Tuscany Children Clinic, Valleywise Community Health Center Guadalupe, and Valleywise Community Health Center Maryvale. Congratulations to all the outstanding practices. Not even a pandemic can slow these guys back down. Back to you, Jim. I think you need to turn your mic back on.
There you go. You're right. I forgot to unmute.
No
I
worries.
was getting ready to have my my pepperoni pizza from Papa John's, but not yet because I still have some things to say. So that's an incredible list. Appreciate and just want to congratulate every one of those outstanding practices. And then also to our every award winner, thank you for joining us and thank you for all that you've done. We are so impressed with your amazing work every day and even more so during the continuing pandemic. We know you want another chance to win a prize. So I'm pleased to announce we're giving away 3 prizes. Jasmine, it's up to you.
Great. So the first prize we'll be giving away is the hat. So let me draw for that. All right. So it looks like the winner for the hat prize is going to be number 191, Jason McCainless. So congrats, Jason, on winning the hat. Then our next prize is going to be these mugs. Let's draw for the mugs. So it looks like the winner of the mugs is going to be number 31, Jana Cantola. So congrats, Jana. And then our last prize to give away for tonight is going to be our tote bag. Let's draw for that. All right, so it looks like the winner of the tote bag is going to be number 106, Michelle Pabis. So congrats, Michelle, Jana, and Jason for winning all of those prizes. So just a reminder to send me your addresses so we can get you these prizes that you won. You can either just send it to me here in the chat box on Zoom, or you can email me at Jasmine, JAZMINM @tappy.org. Congratulations on winning.
That's great. So as we're reminded of what Dr. Cloud kept,
Yeah.
excuse me?
I'm sorry, could I interrupt here very quickly? As I
Sure.
was flipping between those slides, that error that Dr. Hofek was talking about, we missed Cigna Westridge for teens.
Oh,
So if we could just have one more celebration of an outstanding practice. Thank
there we
you.
go.
Don't forget how hard it
Now
is to
you
do
can-
those teenagers.
They're impossible.
Great job, Cigna Westridge.
That's right. Congratulations. So we're always reminded of what Dr. Cloud kept telling us. Babies are born every day and none arrive immunized. Our work is never done. So a quick note to all of you who have received awards tonight. Congratulations. Amazing. We have certificates prepared for you. Please watch for them to arrive in the mail in the next week or 2. When you receive them, take a photo, post it, and hashtag Tappy on your social media. We'll issue a press release and add everyone on everything about tonight's event on the Tappy website. And that's whyimmunize.org, because we want to continue celebrating your successes. Those of you who won first-time awards will receive your framed artwork in the coming weeks. Please display them on your wall to remind your patients of the excellent work you do to keep them healthy and safe. Thank you again for celebrating with us tonight. You have shown your remarkable staying power in keeping Arizona kids healthy despite incredible challenges. We applaud your efforts and honor your resilience. So snap your fingers one more time, take a bite of the last slice of pizza, and we'll see you next April.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Thank you.
We had 80 Cloud Award winners this year.
Wow, that's more than we had last year. We were in the 70s last year.
It is.
And
Yeah,
how hard
can't
was it to
keep a
do
pandemic.
this year? That's amazing.
That's
Yeah,
totally amazing.
it really is.
Great work.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep, amazing community, and we are all healthier for it.
And is everyone up on their vaccine? We should, we could do a quiz. First
Yeah.
dose, second dose, come on. You can
Two
do it.
Pfizers.
2 Pfizers. Where's a Moderna? We need a Moderna, come on.
Jennifer.
I'm a Moderna. Yeah.
Okay. My mom's a J&J.
Yeah.
She got hers.
Cool.
Okay.
All good.
Totally.
I need a tetanus.
Oh,
Yes, you do. You don't want to be like the lady in the poem.
No, I do
Right.
not.
those photos are are strong reminders.
Only think of
We
that
can
when I
probably
get
find a
hurt.
place where you can get that tetanus shot.
Oh, yes. We could bring it to the next
I'm
happy meeting.
thinking,
Yeah, great
just pick
job.
a practice, any of the practices here tonight. They've
That's
got
right.
vaccines.
They're award winning, by the way. You know that. So,
Yes.
Yes,
Those
they
award-winning
are.
practices.
provide quality care in everything they do.
And under the wire.
All right.
Yeah, we did pretty good
Yeah.
time wise. We had over 100 people. Thanks everyone. That's great. Use your TAPI code, TAPI 20.
100 people,
John.
100 awards.
I'm sorry.
100 people, 100 awards, and now 100 pizzas.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, that should be good. I
That's
kept
a
that
goal.
coupon. We can use it all year, so
Use
that's
it all year.
way
I've got-
cool.
yeah.
Yep.
I created an account. They now have this new Papa John's right across from the Phoenix Country Club where we usually have our event. So that would be my neighborhood Papa John's.
But that
That's
had to feel
actually-
really strange going there right by the country club on tonight of all nights.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, well, here's a pizza. I used to be over there
yes,
with the
as
drink in
opposed to
my
the
hand.
The incredible Cobb salad and
Wine
beef
goes with
stroganoff that
pizza.
we would usually get at a Tappy luncheon, but no, let's go for pizza. Everyone loves pizza.
Yep.
So the 27 people are still listening to our running commentary, and that's okay. That's great. Rebecca's been wonderful in chat. I've noticed she's been our chat master.
I
I'll
love
have to
Dr.
reach out
Lewis.
to Cigna Westridge and apologize. Somehow they're not on any of the pages I
Oh, no.
printed.
Lost that one.
I don't know what
Yeah, I
happened.
like Dr. Lewis's poem. I think that was
That was cool.
that was the best.
You just have good taste in poetry.
Absolutely. They're so clever. They just make
Is-
me laugh.
Is that in the book or is this the new one that will be in
No,
the next edition?
It's in the book. It's in the
Oh,
book.
wow. Okay.
COVID, I've got to update my book and put COVID in there.
Yeah.
Mhm. It can do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Second edition.
Is it sold at the Department of Health Services bookstore? It should be. That was a joke. I mean,
I know, conflict of interest.
but we've got all these great gifts, and then I've got pins, a vaccine
Yeah.
pin, and a vaccine syringe. I've got a Dr. Fauci candle.
I love that
My
candle.
favorite.
That was my Christmas
Mhm.
present. She Chicago. She goes, I got to get this for you.
That's
Yes.
cute.
Those mugs were cute.
I like them.
Kiss me, I'm vaccinated.
Remember those ties that had the germs?
Oh, we
Oh.
almost had a
Yeah.
bunch of those.